Hello, guys. Welcome back to G&A Podcast. I am Koga, and I don't really like you fucking Yakuza scum, but I'm also Dooby-Doo.
And I am the next king of England, Soberoni.
And I fucked up because her name is definitely Toga.
Close enough. We got you. We got what you're going for.
Either way, welcome back to the G&A Podcast. We talk about all things anime. I hope you guys are ready for this very super short episode.
Yes.
But without any further delay, let's get right into this week in anime. So I thought this was kind of funny. So Attack on Titan manga celebrates 100 million copies with giant mural at NYC Madison Square Garden.
Is it the same mural that we saw with the...
It is the exact same fucking mural that we saw, which was why I'm just like, this isn't... I mean, I guess it's news to everyone else who doesn't live in NYC, but like you can clearly see this. And also, was it really Madison Square Garden?
Yeah, it was right next door.
Okay.
It wasn't the
door.
building. It wasn't Madison Square Garden itself.
Yeah, it was not Madison Square Garden. That's why I was like, this is low-key misleading.
It's not like you're gonna watch the Knicks play and then you're gonna see the fucking colossal Titan behind.
No, it wasn't even like on the. It was like on the back building. Like
it was on the parking lot next to Madison Square Garden.
Exactly. I'm like, like don't like. I know you're trying to hype it up, but I'm like, it's. You could have said it's painted on a random wall.
You could just say it's. You could just say it's near Madison Square Garden. You need to say
near. You
Madison Square Garden.
Because that would actually be so fucking hype. It was like on the walls of actually Madison Square Garden. But this was not the case,
We've carved the colossal Titan into Madison Square Garden itself.
Okay, first of all, it's painting.
No, we've restructured the building so it looks like the colossal Titan.
Okay. But yeah, so I'm just like. Okay. That's I don't know. It's really awesome. Like walking by on our way to like literally anyone who went to Anime NYC already knows this.
Yeah.
Because you had to walk by it, or the majority of the people had to walk by it. Or if they're walking their way towards. Oh, that's actually not true.
No, and a lot of people are coming from Madison Square Garden because they're coming from Penn Station, so they would have seen it anyway.
No, but a lot of people took the train, so they probably didn't walk. So maybe they didn't see it.
No, if you take the train to Penn, you get out by Madison Square Garden, so you would see it if you're walking.
You do not see that as soon as you get off of Penn Station.
Yeah, you do. You just take a left, and you walk out. We were literally, like, to the left of Madison Square Garden.
What? I don't know. Maybe I have to go back. I don't know. Maybe my geography is failing me again. I feel like we were walking, like... We were on, like, fucking 10th Avenue before we, like, came across this.
No.
I was like, oh, at 10th Avenue, we finally see this. That's why it looks so random to me. I was like, oh, it's a random painting for an anime NYC. Dope.
It was definitely close to Madison Square Garden.
I'm sure. I believe you. Yeah. So that's my bit of news. I guess if you're in the city and you want to check it out, yeah.
Go on Google Images.
Yeah. You go Google Images. Or just take a quick walk to Madison Square Garden, quote unquote.
Somewhere in the vicinity of. My bit of news is relevant to the episode of the podcast this week because Fire Force is getting a second season, if you guys didn't see that coming. But yes, Fire Force is getting a second season set to premiere on summer 2020, so that's going to be very fun. It's also getting a stage play with the weirdest, creepiest, demonic-looking fucking character I've ever seen.
I'm not even scared like the way Oni is. I'm just embarrassed at how it looked. Like it makes me uncomfortable. Like it looks stupid in my opinion.
It looks really fake. It looks really dumb. But I mean the jacket looks cool. I want that jacket. I want that Fire Force jacket. That's some merch I'd definitely buy. The Fire Force like firefighting neon blue outfit. That'd be really cool. I'd wear that shit. I want to cosplay that now.
Oh, guys, I can feel like that material is gonna look so shitty, like in real life.
Well,
Like,
if you buy shit material, it'll look shitty.
oh, guess what? All
Otherwise,
those
it looks
outfits are
like
gonna
they're
have.
gonna if you built out like fake nylon or something.
Yeah, which I'm like, unless you want to pay like $300 for that.
Quality first. Thank you very much.
Okay, well, unless you have anything to say
No,
about that, then yes, let's actually get into some good quality anime with this week's weekly review. So the first episode that we're going to be covering is, I believe, My Hero Academia, season 4, episode 11.
Yes, my episode of the week. Because, oh my god, don't tell me you're gonna disrespect Lemillion by not making this your episode of the week. Lemillion?
You know what? I can't. It's
Lemillion was trending on Twitter.
But you know why.
I know why, but come on, Lemillion was trending on Twitter.
So what? I don't give a fuck what.
Wow. You heard it here first, guys. Juby Dude does not give a fuck about Lemillion's sacrifice, and he also thinks Lemillion is no better than Donald Trump. Wow.
I did not say I
can't believe this.
I am leaving this chat. Goodbye. I will not be slandered here on my own fucking podcast. How dare you? I feel like I almost can't pick it, but seeing this and Vinland, I don't think I can choose an episode of the week. And yes, I don't care if it's a review. Like, oh, what else I was gonna say? Fucking Fire Force? Yeah,
Fire Force episode of the week.
Yeah, I roll.
I'll say this is episode of the week because we'll get to Vinland Saga when we get there. But
yeah,
I think the one thing that this show did that put it above that is it was just such a good blend of it had the action element where Lemillion, I was just super hyped. It had amazing music. It had the first bit of the episode was actually really funny with Toga and Twice in their little interview. That's
that was
actually
pretty funny.
Seeing Toga's like a little surprised face, like, oh, I'm sorry, did I just say my quirk was? That was just great. And then the ending was it was like the perfectly crafted episode.
No, it was literally a perfect episode. It really was. And if it wasn't for like my emotional attachment to Vinland Saga, this probably would have been my episode of the week. Excuse me, because like I did love it from top to bottom. There's nothing I could say about it. In the first few lines when they corrected what's his Chisaki's
overall
like what how would I say when he misgendered Magne and they corrected the fuck out of him, I was like, oh my god.
And Toga was like pissed as shit, like fuck out of here.
Yeah, she was like, don't fucking mistake her gender ever again, motherfucker. I was like, oh my god, I stand. Oh my god.
I just like that it shows that they're a family, and then Shisaki just doesn't give a fuck about anybody because he's just
like
selfish.
That one moment, it was like small, but it wasn't like PC. Like they weren't trying to be PC. It was just like, no, this was someone that we truly cared about. It was part of our family, and you killed her, and now you're misgendering her on top of that. Like, yeah, don't make that mistake again. And I was just like, is this like My Hero Academia didn't have to do that. They didn't have to do that, but they did it anyway.
That's because it's so well written and so like the dialogue is so great and like just so. Oh, I love that. I fucking love all these characters so much.
Yeah. So
speaking of which,
that was great.
Lemillion was pretty much the star of this episode.
Yeah, he was pretty fantastic.
I especially liked his little bit of backstory because it gives context to his quirk. Like, even though we look at him like, oh man, that quirk is super OP, because it kind of is. But like the amount of training that goes into having to master that, and the fact that like if he fucks up, he can just like kill himself at any given time because he like splits himself in half.
Well, you and we both watched Tuaru no Index, so we see what happens when really broken abilities go bad.
Yeah, when the abilities go wrong. So that was great, and it goes to show how much of a hero he is to sacrifice himself like that. Like, even though you know it's gonna happen, it just still hits you so hard. because it's set up so well.
Oh my god, please don't let him die. I feel like he's gonna die, but please don't let him die.
I just feel like when he got hit with the quirk erasing thing and he's still out there just fucking fighting, I was like, I had to stand up. Yeah, I'm just like, ugh. Imagine if he had All Might's quirk, though. Jesus Christ, everyone would be dead.
Yeah, first punch that he landed on Chisaki would have been the last one.
Chisaki's brain just blows off.
Exactly. Yeah, try putting that back together, bitch.
Mm-hmm. Probably
also, yeah. I think you need to think about doing that before you actually do it. I'm pretty sure if you're brain dead, you can't use your quirk. Yeah. Also, just going into how awful Chisaki as a character is, because he was literally just willing to literally tear the poor girl to shreds. Because he's like, I can just put her back together. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, he's a shitty character.
Yeah, and even though Lemillion knew that he could probably put the girl back together, he was like, I'm still going to literally like stop this guy from killing you, even though he won't ever kill you, because he needs
put
them.
You back.
Yeah. So he could have. There are some cases he could have just let her rock and just been like,
yeah, all right, no, we'll fix you later.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think this episode as a whole just does this show just does such a great job of just contrasting all the characters and their philosophies. Like even within the realm of bad guys, there's no one-note bad guys. They all have very different personalities and motivations, where you can clearly see like, oh yeah, well, Toga and Twice are bad guys, but at least they have some integrity and they have some, code of conduct, whereas Chisaki's just using everybody and breaking them apart and abusing them, and he's like more of a classic Yakuza bad guy, where it's like, it's all about me and my goals.
Not even. He's not Yakuza bad guy, because Yakuza...
Yeah, they have codes. They have
they also have codes. He's just breaking them all because he just doesn't give a fuck.
So yeah, just like seeing all that stuff play out is really great. And of course, we're gonna follow up next week with the fight between Chisaki and Deku, it looks like. Although as a fighter, I didn't see him as too much of a threat, because, I mean, Lemillion was beating the shit out of him even without his quirk.
Yeah, but that's because Lemillion is a badass motherfucker, and, well, as much as I love Deku, that is not who he is.
Yeah,
he's on his way to being that.
Deku should be able to, like, trash him, though, I feel like. Come on.
No,
given what we've seen of him so far, I just feel like Deku's just gonna punch him in the face and it's not.
First of all, they did that last thing with Mirio because they just wanted to hype him up as that motherfucker before they, like, potentially kill him. Deku is a whole different game, and him using his super strength, it's great, but it doesn't... Like, his super strength isn't, like, it's not hardening. He can just punch through in one direction. And meanwhile, this guy can, like, manipulate the terrain, which can easily disrupt, like, his way of fighting.
Yeah, so but he could have done that with quirkless Lemillion,
like
too.
I said, that was just like, oh my god, hype anime. Like, that was definitely...
Yeah,
there's no actual logic. Yeah, they... Like, no, he's gonna go back to
plot armor. Like, plot armor,
yeah,
nerd.
Yeah, exactly. Plot armor. Until the end. But yeah. No, oh god, please don't kill Mirio. Please don't kill him. Like, if he dies, I'm gonna have Harry Potter trauma all over again.
I mean, I don't think he'll die because they already took his quirk. I mean, like, it doesn't get much worse than that. He might as well already be dead.
Well, no, it's not gone forever.
Isn't it gone forever? I'm pretty sure those bullets were the ones that wiped him out forever.
No?
Yeah.
No.
I thought they did. Because there was like in that case where it was like only 5 of them or something.
They can make only 5 a day. Because, a little girl has only so much blood in her.
Nah, I thought there was like 2 different ones, like the temporary ones and then like the permanent ones.
Where do they say this?
I thought they said it in their meeting with... Either way, maybe I'm just thinking about it too hard. Anyway, the way they hyped it up, I don't think it was temporary bullets. Because if it was just temporary, then yeah, they could be like, oh, well, fuck it, I'll just get my powers back tomorrow.
No, they hyped that moment because there's like, oh shit, I'm going to die because I don't have a quirk.
We'll see. I don't think so. I think his powers is gone. Because if it's just temporary quirk, like then it's not really much of a threat. You could just be like,
I
oh
mean,
well, I
it's a
lose my
threat if
quirk
he
for
die.
a.
I mean, but what happens if he dies?
I mean, isn't the ultimate plan just to
like,
remove quirks from people, not just temporarily remove them, but remove them?
I mean, if you remove them in a fight and then you kill them, that's one way to
That's
remove a
extra
quirk.
work, though. You could just remove them permanently.
Is it extra work to kill someone without a quirk? I mean, plot armor Mirio aside, I feel like in most case scenarios, people without the quirks are just like, "Oh, I don't have my quirk anymore. I die." Well, them. Sorry, against someone like Chisaki, yeah, you're just going to die. Like you're just going normal person. You're gonna be dead.
I don't know. I feel like it's permanent, but either way, we'll find out.
I guess it's permanent in the one way you don't have your quirk, or permanent in the other way you don't have your quirk and they kill you. It's all permanent.
I mean, you could just like take your quirk out and be like, oh, I feel like if you're gonna make an ability that steals takes away quirks, just from a storytelling perspective and making it high stakes as possible, you would want to make it permanent. Not be like, because then you leave too much wiggle room where the person can just escape for the plot convenience to be like, oh, I'm free, or where Deku comes in and saves you, and you're like, oh, thank God I saved you before you. Like the stakes need to be there. If it's temporary, there's no real threat because you can just write it off as this hero escapes or this hero does this.
Mirio didn't look like he escaped much.
Well, Deku came in at the end to save him, so
I don't know. We don't know. We won't know. There's no one here that can heal him.
nah, he's fine.
He's
Just a couple of scratches, he's fine.
He's fine. He's gonna cut to his funeral. But yeah, no, this is giving me like really like this is giving me some huge Cedric Diggory vibes, and it's making me feel sick all over again. I don't know, for some reason in that Harry Potter book that fucked me up when Cedric Diggory was killed because it's very similar. No, like he's the stronger one. He goes ahead. He ends up fighting the big bad. The big bad ends up killing him. And then Harry / Deku is like, "Oh my god, no!"
Either way, I don't think they'll kill off Lemillion. I mean, if they were gonna kill him, they would just killed him that episode. I think, like, it makes no sense to kill him now.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe they won't totally just wreck my life and dreams.
We'll see.
We shall see. All right, let us move on to. We already watched that.
Shokugeki.
Finish that.
You're scrolling way too far. It's Shokugeki.
Wait, can we pause for 1 second?
Did you not watch it?
I did not watch it. When I said 4, I definitely counted the 2 episodes of.
That's why I specifically said 4 shows. I should have clarified further.
Whoopsie.
A few moments later.
Hey guys, we're back. So my bad. I totally forgot to watch Shokugeki no Soma. So that's why it's gonna be a very experience that very unnatural skip.
Hard cut.
Yes, but we are here to talk about the last episode of Shokugeki no Soma Shinosada, episode 12.
Which really did feel like the last episode. Are you sure there's a 5th season?
Is it right?
Jesus, this felt like the most conclusive ending to a series I've ever seen.
Could not get any more conclusive.
Yeah, like I'm just because there's a 5th season coming out, so I mean there has to be something to go on about. But as a final episode, I mean this felt as series finale. Like it was just it closed up everyone's storylines. Like if the series ended now, I'd actually be very happy because it ended on a very good note.
I know this is really random, but I'm very happy that they gave Megumi a lower seat.
Oh, I thought she was gonna be second or something.
I thought she was gonna be third seat because I couldn't find the third. I didn't see that whoever was third. It was the Chinese dude. I didn't read it properly.
Yeah.
So I thought they were gonna leave it up to her, and she's like, I end up being third. I would have literally been like, bitch, are you kidding me?
Why you hating on Megumi for?
I don't hate on Megumi. She's just not better cook than like
she's not.
Her.
Yeah, pretty much. She
won against the former third seat does not make her like the instant third seat replacement.
She's good, but she's not top tier. So yeah, makes sense. I was surprised by Arena being the director. That was a shock.
Yeah, that was it. They were like, "We're just making you director," and I'm just like, How
does that work?
I thought they're just going to make, I don't know, like someone's dad the director or some shit like that.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna do someone's dad too, but I'm like, but how can she be a student and the director at the same time?
More importantly, how can mere children pick a director for a whole fucking school?
They're the Elite 10. They got all the power in the world to make all the executive decisions.
Apparently, you handle stocks and you were private investors and all that fun shit.
Yeah, so they have a... Yeah, so this was... we even had like an epilogue towards the middle ending of the episode where we had Megumi going around the world. They had like this whole little mini arc that we didn't get to see where they had like... That would have been a cute filler episode, by the way, if they had done that. The part where they were talking about that they were at the inn and there was like a mysterious chef and she made the gumbo for him or whatever.
Oh my god, that Japanese ass looking gumbo. I was like, I look at it one time, I'm just like, great, gumbo.
That would have been a cute little side episode. But yeah, no, we got to see what happened with the rest of the Elite 10. They all graduated and went in their own careers.
Yep, now Rindo and Tsukasa are ready to fuck as much as they
I was about to say
now.
they're having some hot jungle sex every day now.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna whip you into shape, all right.
Tsukasa is the luckiest man on earth, officially.
It's definitely Rindo X Tsukasa, by the way.
Yeah, no, she's definitely the
top. But yeah, speaking of pairings, they super hardcore stuffed Arena X Hisako down our throats.
That was really cute. Shout out.
That was really cute. They're like, call me Arena-chan, and they're like, oh my god,
so embarrassing. They had the hardest of hardcore Yuri moments.
Yeah. That just reminded me of giving me whiplash from Citrus.
I don't think they went that hard.
Yeah, they were getting there.
If we let the scene go on a little bit longer, it might have
been exactly.
Yeah, but no, I think it wrapped everything up in this nice, neat little bow, and this was a very self-contained arc. Like, I can't believe it's already been 12 episodes. It does not feel like 12 episodes. It feels like this was just a nice, smooth, well-paced arc that just ended on a really nice note.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, no, I agree. Everything just felt so, perfectly wrapped. Everything's happy. Y'all, 30 years graduate, they do their thing. Homeboy literally had a ramen shop in Paris, so I was like, alright. I guess, even people in Paris want to eat ramen, just like people in New York City want to eat ramen.
Yeah, there you go. It's business opportunity.
So, that it was a good episode. Like, I don't know, this anime in total was just so like such enjoyable to watch. Just from
from start to finish, it always maintains quality, so it's not really. So shall we give it a rating?
Okay. God, I'm trying to think of it. I was trying to think of it before you led up to that question. Now here we are.
The time is now.
Dun, 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 dun. I think I'm going to give this season. I'm gonna give it an 8.5.
8.5. I'm gonna give it an 8. I think it was very solid, very way above average. It had its great moments here and there, so very cute. I don't think it did anything that was like my jaw was never on the floor type of moment.
It was never on the floor. Yes, my jaw was never on the floor.
But it was consistently good. Like, every episode was just good.
I enjoyed it. Every episode. I didn't have a lot to say about it, but I know that I liked it.
It's like, you know how Fire Force has its moments where it's like, it has really rock bottom moments, but then it also has like really super high moments. Yeah. This is just constantly
like that. This is like the average of that. So leaning towards better.
Yeah. Like I said, always a great anime if you want to binge something. Oh, I think this is one of the better shows you can binge for sure.
Agreed. All right. Now, with that out of the way, we can finally continue this fucking podcast. And
the longest episode ever for us. Short episode for you guys. Very long episode for us.
Yes. Finally move on to my episode of the week. Vinland Saga, episode 24.
What a finale.
It literally just like it's such a perfect way to end things.
Yeah, it was.
Yep, I literally no, like it's like you knew it was going to happen. You knew Asgard was going to die, but like the way they did it was so perfect. This dude literally was just like, you know what, King? Fuck you and your shit, and just cut his head off.
Yeah, his shit talking was great at the end. Like, fuck you, you're ugly. Fuck your crown. I'm just gonna kill you.
And just
proceed to kill him. He died in the most badass way possible, which was something I'm glad that they went out that way, because my fear was that they were gonna kill Askeladd as like a plot device or just like completely invalidate his badassery by like killing him in some bitch way where he's just stabbed by the king or like poisoned or something, you know? No. So I'm glad he got to go out swinging.
Yeah, well, ish.
Yeah,
I say ish because he orchestrated his own death. Like, how badass is that? He was like, oh, well, I don't, like, this guy's making me choose between whales and, you know.
The king, Canute, or the prince.
And the Canute, and I want both, and I can't be alive to have both.
Yeah.
I might as well just kill him.
He is definitely one of the most well-developed and interesting characters I've ever seen in anime.
Yeah.
He's just like to this episode I still can't really get a lockdown on what his whole character was about. Like I could rewatch the series a couple times and still not fully grasp his character. But
yeah,
it was very entertaining to watch.
Oh, he's like what a person, like what an anomaly he is. Like you really could just teach a whole fucking lesson on this class, like, and then not even just that. Well, he would be the main focus, but
he is definitely the main focus. I feel like he's the main character. I don't even fucking. I feel like Thorfinn is a side character right now.
Yeah, in his own anime. Yeah, but that's fine. And I feel like they wrapped up his story like dumb quick. I think that's like my only. Well, like they did, but they didn't. Like, I would have liked to see more dedicated to like him finally like getting over his like revenge thing, you know, post Askeladd's death. I would love to see them go into that just a little bit more because they did start out being about him. But no, I do like the little thing that they gave though, like at the end where like he drops his dagger, and it's just like he feels like
that was a great scene where you see all the reflections of everything in the dagger. That was really, really pretty and beautifully shot.
Yeah, and you can see in that moment where he's like, okay, everything like is over, and they did a good enough job leading up to it with the whole scene with like with Leaf and him being watching the bird and whatnot.
Yeah, and him choosing to go back. It was like metaphorical. He chose to, instead of leaving with Leaf, he's like, nope. Instead of running away and going back, I'm gonna run back to my issues and my problems. So I'm just curious to see if we'll get a second season. Because this show really, really needs a second season. I was speaking to someone on Discord who was watching, or who read the manga, and he was like, this whole thing was just a prologue for Vinland Saga. Like, this is just the first half of the manga, and then from here is when Thorfinn's story actually starts.
That is so awesome.
Mm-hmm. So like this was pretty much just like the start and Askeladd's story, and now if we do get a second season, it should be very much focused on Thorfinn, yeah, and
which,
and
I'd
Canute.
like to see.
Mm-hmm. So
I feel like now Thorfinn isn't gonna just be like fucking
revenge.
Asta version 2.0. Fight me!
It was really interesting to see him mind broken at the end too, because he's like, instead of just him being angry, he's just completely dead inside, and he just swings at Canute. Also, Canute's badass as fuck as a king.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He was just like, all right, I know what to do. Kill you. Yeah, this guy went crazy and killed my dad.
Mm-hmm.
Also, let's not invade Whale. Also, I'm the king. Nice try, Floki.
Yeah, that Floki thing was great. Like, Floki, who the fuck do you think is king right now? Now that, my father's dead? Me, bitch. Yeah. Fuck off.
Floki really tried. I would have killed his ass right there.
What the fuck you say, Floki? You know who you're talking to? The king, now.
Exactly.
So, I'm like, a way to transform a character who I did not give a shit about when he first showed up into my favorite character.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, he's only our favorite character now because Askeladd's dead.
yeah, rip. Near, far. But, Thorkel's still around, so that's the thing.
Yeah, and he, had some sense about him and stuff. So, and I like how he kind of helped the prince kind of evolve. I feel like he's now going to help him kind of in Askeladd's stead. Not to that extent as Askeladd was doing it, but he's going to help him nonetheless.
Yeah, he's still savvy enough. Like, he's not, like, a mindless brute. Like, that's another thing. Like, even Thorkel, a character who you could just write off as just being, like, a mindless battle freak, still has some depth to his character where he's like, nope, I still have morals to uphold, and I'm still going to try to help Canute into his role as king and all of that. Yeah. So he.
I don't think he was, like, trying to help him. It was more like the sense that he was like, you should, like, kill him yourself. Like, yeah. I don't think I should be killing him. You should probably just kill him yourself.
He has some respect for the king, though.
Yeah, he does. Definitely does.
So, I want to see if their relationship grows, or, like, he becomes his bodyguard or whatever. Now that, I think Thorfinn is kind of disqualified from that job of being Canute's bodyguard.
Oh my god. Yeah, that was so funny. He literally just like, okay, time to kill Canute now. And I'm just like, dude, they just killed this guy. He's trying to kill the king. They're trying to kill another king.
How many kings are going to die today? But yeah, overall, very, very, like, amazing series. Up there with, I'd say up there with Attack on Titan. And that.
Absolutely. Oh, speaking of which, did you see, I love when you saw the face where, like, Askeladd, and the thing I love about, like, the whole, when he made the decision he made, I know some of it was calculated, but a lot of it was, like, emotional. Like, you saw that Attack on Titan face when the guy said, "Ugh, the only thing that place produces is slaves," and he was
pissed.
Like, he was just like, okay, you know what?
also, I gotta say this, though. A little bit of a minor, I guess, kind of inconvenience for my immersion was, are we really just gonna let people talk to the king and walk next to the king with fucking swords? Like, you not leave your sword at the door or something if you're in the presence of the king? I feel like you're asking for your king to die if people are just walking up to him with swords in their hands.
I mean, this isn't even though this is Game of Thrones, this isn't Game of Thrones. Like, this isn't King's Landing. This is like some dingy Viking people talking about.
Yeah, like, but even then, I feel like your dingy Viking people would have some common sense and be like, hey, maybe we should, like, leave the swords at the door when we're coming in the presence of the king, so we don't have assassinations.
Yeah. I mean, but it wasn't an assassination. That's what it's not, like, first of all, that would never happen, but the king tried it. Keep that in mind. The king, he didn't walk up to the king and kill him. The king walked up to him and started talking all of that shit.
True, but still. I hope Canute going forward is like, first order of business is no one in my presence carries a sword unless it's my bodyguard, please, thank you.
But then what happens when the bodyguard stabs him?
Oh, well then, at least... Well, make friends with your bodyguard, guys. Pro tip for life, make sure you're best friends with your bodyguard. Because he is...
Listen, I have been watching a lot of Star Wars, the Clone Wars, and there's nothing but people betraying other people.
Yeah.
Like, literally every season is like, someone's getting trapped, and the separate forces are cutting them off, or a betrayal in the Senate. Like, it's one or the other.
Watch your back, be wary of betrayals.
Yes. Alright, now...
Oh wait, we gotta give it a rating.
Oh, God, yeah, 9.5.
Yeah, same.
Very easy.
Very easy.
Yeah, I mean, we more or less just explained why. 9.5, excellent anime.
Perfect.
Cool, great.
Yep, we're all on the same
boat. So, Fire Force. Also finishing, episode 23 and 24.
We got a twofer.
Okay, so because it's a twofer, I feel like it's gonna be a little bit over the place. So
yeah, we're jumping around. We're not doing anything chronologically here.
Yeah. Can I just find it funny how you just literally went so fast, you end up just stabbing himself? Like I think someone else stabbed him or used some weird power. Like nope, it was all him.
Yeah, no, I kind of figured that would happen. Like you're just blindly rushing at him, so you would eventually just stab yourself. Makes sense.
Yeah, but that's still funny as fuck. Yeah, kind of feels bad that he went through all that. Not even he, even the viewers went through all that trouble watching him trying to break through the show. All those long, like, yet sweet moments of them, caring for each other. And then he's just like, oh my god, big brother. And then Homegirl was like, nope.
New villain shows up. Yeah, the new main bitch.
I forget what her name is. Harum?
It's like Harumura or something like that. Crazy psychic wave electricity bitch. So
do you like her as much as Arrow Girl?
No, I kind of like
you're saying
Arrow
that
Girl
because you can't see her face.
I mean, I couldn't see Arrow Girl's face as much either, but
we
saw like glimpses of it.
Yeah, and that was enough for you.
I mean, you know what it is? It's the outfit. I don't like her baggy onesie looking outfit. It's not cool. Arrow Girl had a really badass outfit.
That's true. Is it better than Lisa's?
I like how we're calling her Arrow Girl, and her name is literally just Arrow, I think.
No, Arrow Girl.
No, it's not better than Lisa's. Lisa's is fucking...
Yeah, no. I mean, that's being facetious. That was... Literally, I think I want that outfit. If I was to, like... be a drag queen? Does Lisa cosplay drag?
But yeah, the new girl is... She's crazy, but she doesn't have that same charm as other... Like, you can't just be crazy and, like, I'm instantly in love with you. You have to have, like, a bit of charm to your craziness. I feel like she's just bitchy.
She is definitely bitchy, but I feel like they haven't... Yeah, they haven't... did those cute, whatchamacallit? Oh, excuse me. They haven't done that thing where they do those very, like, Shaft moments. I haven't gotten any of that in these two episodes.
No.
And they didn't have, like, a Shaft moment with her. Like, they did so many times with fucking Dr. Giovanni. I think it would have been fine.
Yeah, she doesn't feel as intimidating either as any of the other villains we've had. Which makes me think she's not the main villain. Like, she's gonna get one up by somebody else eventually.
Duh.
But at least she has an interesting power.
Which I don't know.
I mean, it looks like it's based around, like...
Electricity?
Yeah, like manipulating your neurons and stuff.
Yeah.
I guess that's kind of like fire, maybe. Kind of fire related.
It's kind of fire. Energy in the body. It's on fire. Also, I definitely, in my mind, her little mind control Jedi trick didn't work on Arthur just because he's too stupid.
That's awesome. Imagine that's the plot twist. He's just too dumb to fall victim to her shit. Also, I like that he's the perfect counter to her. Like, of all the people, it's just this idiot. Sort of the perfect counter to her.
He's like, shit, this bastard uses plasma.
Because in season 2, they're going to be pitted against each other constantly. So I'm like, yes, Arthur has a rival.
So yeah, that was pretty fun. Let's see. Oh, I like the introduction to the doctor from the 6th.
The healer.
She a baddie.
Fire snake inside of you.
I don't know. She a baddie. You know how I feel.
Yeah, she is.
Confident woman who just know what the fuck they doing. She's like, all right, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. Like, I don't know. She just has that aura about her. So I dig it. I like her.
She is definitely cool. This is why it feels very Bleachy to me, because Bleach also had that woman doctor, captain division. So I'm just like all the divisions.
That girl who was supposed to be really chill, but in reality she was like a fucking crazy bitch.
Was she? I don't remember.
Oh, I don't think you got that far. So yeah, actually, you know how there's Kampachi?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's actually his predecessor.
Oh, really? Huh.
Yeah, she was the first one with the name Kenpachi, and then she was just like, I just like healing people instead.
So yeah, both these episodes gave me very Bleach vibes, because the 6th division being like, all right, so all the different Fire Force divisions are basically the same as the Soul Society divisions, where they all work on different things, but also. In the episode 24, the whole focus on the old dude just straight up reminded me of the first captain.
Oh, it did. Except I find Captain Burns. First of all, really Captain Burns.
We couldn't give him a fancy name.
Captain Fire. That's okay because he's looking hella Silver Daddy. I am really weak for a man who looks really filled out in like a suit. Ooh.
I mean, he's like super fucking huge and built and older with an eye patch. Like, they went out of their way to make him like the most fucking beautiful person on the show, I feel like.
I'm just like, ooh, yes, come on.
But see, that's why Fire Force is good. You have your wealth of beautiful men and women. Like, there's so many beautiful characters in this show.
I know. I feel like
so many beautiful characters.
I talk as much. I thirst over as many men characters as you do.
Females, yeah.
Sometimes I do feel like I go even harder sometimes.
There was I like the little moment. Speaking of thirst, they had like a Maggie thirst moment where she was thirsting for the other captain. I forget the other fighter.
Oh, captain. I forgot his name too. But yeah, the captain from the 7th division.
Yeah, so I'm wondering, like, is this gonna be a thing that they're gonna do next season? Maybe.
Yeah.
Side romance.
Oh god, and she still proves, and even that one little scene, she proves why she deserves the title of best girl. He's like underage girl. Who you calling gorilla psycho? He's like, I didn't say that. And I'm like, but you close enough.
Might as well.
You say use the word gorilla.
Yeah, he's like an underage gorilla.
I don't know why you said underage gorilla to begin with.
There was also a little thing going on that they're developing with what's her name, Hibana, and the other guy from Tamaki's division with the blue hair.
Yeah, that dude. Whose name I also forgot. There's a lot of names.
There's a lot of characters, actually.
Yeah, they really are.
When you think about it, there's a shit ton of characters.
Like, they introduced, like, literally 4 within these 2 episodes.
And it's not even touching on, like, all the evil characters as well. Like, there's so many fun characters.
Yeah. Yeah. So, we learned about Burns' bullshit power, which I kind of don't. I think I read it twice and I just gave up. I was like, all right, sure, whatever. You can stoke the fire inside and let it out. Sure, Jan.
I think the biggest revelation was the whole thing about his past that we touched on in the 24th episode. We finally get a clear picture of what happened Did you know that Evil Chick also had a key role in that moment, even though she looked like she was 8 or 9 or something at that time?
I feel like she's more like, I feel like Dr. Giovanni had like that super like out there charm, but she's more like regular zany villain. Like she was like trying to manipulate the Inferno, and the guy just kept talking, and she's like, "Shut the fuck up!"
Yeah,
blow something up.
Also, I mean, like, she's like very bratty. She's just a brat. Even of course when she was young, but also now she's still kind of just a brat.
Yeah,
not even really crazy. She's just a like, maybe that's why I'm not drawn to her as much.
Yeah,
I don't feel like she's genuinely crazy enough, like Giovanni is.
Yeah, you're right. She's just ratty, but you know, she's evil, so
yeah. Well, she gets points for that at least. Maybe she'll develop into a better villain next season. Also, their mother is still alive somehow as an Infernal. So,
and then of course he's like, and this is one of my many gripes about this show. He's like, now of all times, because it's my mom, I'm gonna try to turn her back into human. I'm just like, oh, I hate that. I actually
hate happy endings.
No, I hate how there's like, they will do that. They will literally kill, slaughter, burn, blow the fuck up every Inferno. But now that's
but none of those Infernos are his mom, so they don't matter. It does not matter. They're not his mom.
Okay, but it matters. Exactly, but that's my point exactly. That's my problem exactly. Oh, now it's his fucking mom. Like, I thought, like, I feel like, what's the name of the captain of the 8th squad? Like, the main dude.
Obi?
There you go, Obi. And Obi said, like, oh, you know, when we find your mom, and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna turn back to human. I feel like they just cut that out, but they let it go any further. Obi would be like, no, we're going to kill her. Because it's Inferno. A dangerous fucking fire creature. She has to die. What the fuck?
I also like the, because I guess they're leading more into the hell imagery and stuff. But first off, his mom's really cool Inferno because she fucking broke her horns and like dragged them to her eyes so she can't see the god or whatever. But I do like that imagery, like they're bringing that whole religious thing where like, oh, the angels are so, or God and angels are so beautiful, you can't even look at them because they're too holy, so you have to cover your eyes. It also just a good motif for all the villains to have like their eyes covered and stuff.
Yeah,
I like that motif.
That was cute. But yeah, and I guess another gripe I had with these 2 episodes was just, it was literally just exposition.
I definitely felt the exposition dump in the 24th, in the last episode.
Yeah, in the last episode. And then the 23rd episode, it wasn't exposition, but it was still as uneventful, which is like my bigger problem. And, like, you're not even telling me anything is. This is just warm, feely feels. I'm like, I get it, but like, can we like, I don't know, not have it go on for this long?
You know, you can always tell there's going to be an exposition dump and that the show's aware that they're doing it, is when they do the stupid thing where they're like, I'm going to do an exposition dump, but only if you beat me in a battle first so that we can have an excuse to have a little bit of action in this episode before we do a giant-ass exposition dump. Because there's never a reason for any of that shit to happen. You could just, like, in the real world, just tell the person what you want to tell them. But the writers are like, they don't know how to make it happen organically and be interesting, so they're just like, they fight each other as soon as they see each other, and then they start doing the exposition dump. So, I don't know. You gotta find a more natural way to include your exposition.
Yes, instead of they're just in one episode, because I kind of did not like that.
yeah, that was but like we said, there's highs and there's lows to this show. So, what do you think, as a total, in its totality, the show get? Well, I guess I go first, because you went first last time.
Go ahead, go for it.
7.
Me too!
Yeah, I think a 7 is fair. I think it's a good shonen. It's a good shonen.
It's alright. Like the last couple of episodes, not counting. Like, if these 2 episodes were like the last 2, 3, like I keep saying 2 or 3 episodes. If episode 23 and 24 were like episodes like 21, 22, and maybe 20, like when she went underground,
Yeah,
and like the few other ones, like if they lived up to that kind of hype, or they were that good, I probably would have given this 7.5, or maybe even an 8.
Yeah, I feel like this show is a 7 is fine because sometimes it's an 8 or 8.5 with episodes, and then sometimes it's like a 5. You know what I mean? Like it really fluctuates up and down the show. So yeah, that sounds fair. I think it just is what it is. It's if you are thirsting for a shonen anime that has very good visuals and you really enjoy very pretty, and you enjoy stuff like Soul Eater and Bleach. I think this is a good quench thirst quencher.
Also, some very speaking of thirst quencher, some very good waifus. And husbandos.
Very very high tier waifus and husbandos. Fortunately, not too many origins of this series out. Come on, guys, we need more.
I know, right?
We need more of that H stuff coming out for Fire Force.
Nothing with Ovi. Nothing.
Come on.
I looked.
Himibana. More. There's a lot of Tamaki, actually. That's not surprising at all. But, more please.
Yes, more please.
Anywho, I think that about rounds up our episode. So, if you did enjoy this episode, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe so you can catch an episode every single week as we release them. Also, if you haven't already, do follow us on Twitter, follow us on Twitch, and join the party over on our Discord, all linked in the description down below. You can also donate to us on Patreon, like all these lovely patrons on screen right now, and we reward you with some awesome things, including live watches of certain anime. This season we're watching FGO Babylonia with our $5 patrons, so if that sounds interesting to you, sign up. Drew, you have anything you'd like to add?
Oh my god, we guys are finally at the end. Woo! Also, keep a lookout for our Winter 2020 preview.
Yes. We will have
very soon.
Yep, that'll be out soon. Also, speaking of to tie in with patrons, if you're a patron of any sort, whether a YouTube sponsor or Twitch or patron, even a $1 patron, anything, you have the right to vote on one of the shows we watch next season. So make sure you check out that winter preview guide so you know what 6 shows we're watching, and then you can vote on our 7th show. We'll have a poll out on Discord a bit later on in the week for you guys. So, ciao. Till then, this has been Sobroni and
Do we do?
We'll catch you guys later. Later.
Bye.